And we're back. Still hanging out at the Ocean State job lot here in Valatia. Moving on to industry, number is Roman numeral 2. Industry here is really, it seems to be more about independence. Don't trust too much to others. He's preaching the gospel of self-reliance here. Self-reliance and taking care of things. I'm going to try to find a modern day application or a modern day example of the one he gives here. A little neglect may breed great mischief. So a little neglect, great problems. For the want of a nail, the shoe was lost. He's talking about a shoe on a horse. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. The horse hurt its foot. For want of a horse, the rider was lost, being overtaken and slain by the enemy. Now the enemy here might be a bad person, or it might be, hey, if your horse is lame, you can't get anywhere you need to, you can't use your horse to plow your field, it's a problem. Take care of the little things. Your car ever make a little noise? When you're driving along, car runs fine. Who cares, right? No, that's a sign something's wrong, something's rubbing. It's a problem. Now you can ignore your car going, but the brake rotor is heating up every time it rubs, making that noise. Pretty much the brake rotor warps, right? Then you not only need to replace the brake pads, but the brake rotor as well. And you went from a $60 repair to a $360 repair, give or take. How about riding around on bald tires? I don't know, bald. Hey, I got here, didn't I, on my bald tires? My tires are not bald, by the way. But then you have a blowout and you go off the road, boom, your car's done for. Not getting an oil change. So he's talking about a horse here, I'm talking about a car. Take care of your car. Your cars these days last a very long time. They're very well built if you drive them gently and care for them, right? I'm hanging out with my car here, my 2011 Honda Fit, right? Nothing's ever broken on it. I bought a reliable car. It didn't cost a lot. I've only done routine maintenance on it in 126,000 miles. I look it over. I maintain it, right? That car's making money for me right now. By the way, all cars wind up with the same value, which is zero, right? You can spend $50,000 on a car, and when it's used up, it's worth zero. This car was like $17,000. When it's used up, it's going to be worth zero, but it cost a lot to begin with. All right, so industry. Yes, trusting too much to others, very bad. Take care of the little things. Pay attention to the details of life. Because the details add up. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. I've seen students like, hey, did you back your paper up? No. For want of a flash drive, the paper was lost. The student does not do well when the paper gets lost. For want of, I don't know, you can get these things free. Frugality, yes, yes, yes. And I was very happy that so many of you picked up on frugality in your discussion board comments. Way too often we focus on earning money to get money. But every time you don't spend it, that's even better, right? You don't get taxed on money you don't spend. You get taxed on money you do spend, sales tax, you get taxed when you earn it. So frugality is how people build wealth and stay out of financial problems, because plenty of people make lots of money and still spend more than they get. You need enough money, but you don't need a lot. Little extravagances lead to more extravagances. A small leak will sink a great ship, right? A small leak will sink a great ship. A man may, if he knows not how to save as he gets, keep his nose all his life to the grindstone and die not worth a groat at last. So you have to save, right? I came here to this spot not only because of Ocean State Job Lot, but the Bank of Greene County, which is a great place to do business. They're very good friends of Columbia Greene Community College, donating to student scholarships. So they're a good community bank. We have them here in Columbia County. It's where I keep some of my money. So you want to be going to the bank to leave money, not to take it, right? Because credit card debt is a huge problem. I'm going to try to work a slide in here of the savings rate in America. And you can see how the line goes up and down, and it goes way down ever since credit cards were invented. The savings rate is how much money people save each year. So if you make $60,000 and you save $10,000 a year, that's pretty high percent savings rate. But you'll see. Just pause on the slide here, it'll make sense to you. All right, thanks for the pause. Yeah, and why do we spend money? And a lot of you wrote about this. Let me get around to your comments here, which I so enjoyed. Trying to have the latest this, the latest that. Being prideful. Ooh, look, you've got the iPhone 11, aren't you? Oh, I only have a 7. I don't have any. I have a track phone, right? I don't even know where it is half the time. Yes. Ashley, Fran. The other major reason I feel this to be true is that because more and more people live beyond their means. Yes, people, yes. Think about, and I know people who they don't even know the difference between a need and a want, right? A need and a want. A need is a need. Food, clothing, shelter, healthcare. A want, cable TV. Right? More clothing than you need. Most of us have 5 times more clothing than we need. So, an Apple Watch. The phone, it's just a little phone on your wrist. You don't need it, right? Maybe you want it, you don't need it. Yep. Michelle, I know people that just want to have more of everything regardless if they can afford it. And for a long time, more was good, right? About the first 50,000 years of human history, if you weren't constantly gathering more food and fuel, you were probably going to die. But in 2020, where we live now, more is not good. We're killing ourselves and our planet with more. Yeah, Jacob, always some wisdom from Jacob. Our 21st century American religion of consumerism, right? And that is absolutely right? A lot of people don't go to God religion anymore. That's not what Jacob's talking about here. Consumerism is a religion. Christmas gifts are horrible. How is it honoring Jesus to go buy something in a store made by a kid in an unsafe factory to give to your kid who's gonna play with it for 2 days, break it and throw it out? Tell me how Christmas presents and the mass consumerism of Christmas in any way honors Jesus. Anyone? I didn't think so, right? I didn't think so. I can't remember the last time I bought anyone a Christmas gift. It's terrible. It's terrible. But our religion, Jacob, thank you, in this country, our national religion is consumerism, right? You go into people's houses now and, you know, TV sets used to be these little things in the corner. Now they're the size of like an entire wall, right? And it's like a shrine that people bow to. It's up over the fireplace and you sit in a chair and there's speakers on each side like it's an altar, and you watch ads telling you to buy stuff. And now you can just buy stuff on TV, right? You can shop. Supposedly there are TV shows now. You just click on stuff and then you own it, right? It's just that easy. TV commercials, internet, it's all getting wrapped into one. So if there's any national religion in America, it's definitely consumerism, and it's killing us. Every time you buy something, you have to sell yourself to somebody else. Yeah, Emily, I think judging by the offers we see circulating everywhere for buy now, pay later, right? Cars are advertised by how much you pay a month. They're assuming you're going to borrow money for it. Pay later, we can see that in general we don't follow Poor Richard's advice. Excellent. We are constantly wanting to get the product, whether we can afford it or not. So many people are slaves to the lender. In Ben Franklin's time, we didn't even have credit cards, and he's writing about it. And credit cards, oh, you just swipe that thing. Amazon, just click, and it comes to your door, right? You don't even know you're using your credit card. The information's in there. And pay like 15-20% interest on a credit card. Credit card debt is evil. Credit card debt is evil. That's all there is to it. If you have credit card debt, you shouldn't be spending money on anything other than food and transportation to get to a job. That's all there is to it, people. What should you go in debt for? A college education, because it pays dividends the rest of your life. And a house, because a house is actually worth money. You can sell it as you're paying the bank for your house. You're owning it more, and then it's building in value. So a house and a college education are the only two things you should ever go into debt for. If you have to go in debt for a car, pay it off, and then drive it forever like I do. Brooklyn. There is no way, because people today just want the newest and best thing. Always new, right? Throw it out, get new. Throw it out, get new. It's hard to get stuff repaired nowadays. It's cheaper to throw it out and buy washing machines. It's usually cheaper to throw out your washing machine and buy a new one. That's the way it's set up. Very good. Excellent. Good. Very good discussion board post. People are awesome. Oh my goodness, another segment's gone by. I'm just ranting here, but people, let me tell you, this is important stuff, and it's going to come back with Thoreau. And this isn't, we all live, even if you're in Australia, we all live in the United States of America, and we are a capitalistic, consumeristic society, for better or for worse, right? It's where we are, it's what we do. Hey, but if you don't understand that your relationship with work and material things is a centerpiece of what makes your life good or bad, you're gonna have problems. So on that note, we'll get back to you in our next segment.